and welcome back to Bevans Corner. In today's video, I am going to be doing a bookshelf tour. Bookshelf tours on YouTube already, but the one that personally made me want to do this was Cherry Wallace, who went through her Harry Potter bookshelf, and it was so amazing seeing all of the weird and wonderful Harry Potter stuff that she has. And I feel like this will be a little bit similar to that because I've got some Harry Potter pieces and other pieces, and it's not exactly a bookshelf really because there aren't many books on it. There are some, but not many books in it. But I will go through what my favourite books are and also my favourite little weird pieces as well. So starting with the actual bookshelf itself, it's from IKEA. I did get it years and years and years ago, but it's a very standard looking bookshelf. I'm sure if you are redecorating or wanted to find something for your room, then I actually really like this and I've had it for years. So it's one of those things that it's very durable. It's been here for a while. So if you wanted to know where it was from, IKEA. So now let's go and have a look at the shelves. With this bottom shelf, this is kind of one of those shelves where you can't find a theme or they don't kind of mix with everything else. So this is kind of like the shelf of things that don't really have a place. So it's the no place shelf. I've got all of my perfumes down here. I've got some books, some colouring books and things like that behind there. This isn't on the Harry Potter shelf, just because I don't like the fact that it says Pensieve Memory Set. I mean, like, it doesn't really fit. So nothing too exciting on this shelf, maybe apart from this, which is a present from my friend Hattie, and it is basically just loads of guinea pigs dressed up as the cast of Oliver Twist, and it is just so cute. So I feel like that's probably one of my favourite pieces. Did anybody used to read any of these? There's like Marked, Blue Moon, all of these kind of oldie. I feel like this is upside down, that's so annoying. They were like the alternative Twilight books that were like so cool to read. And then speaking of Twilight, I do actually have all of my Twilight books here. Yes, I still have them. I've only read them once. I'm not really that kind of person that tends to have a book and reads it over and over and over again. But I do have my Twilight little collection there, and it kind of fits the whole theme of the shelf, which is why I've kept them. So along with the books that shall not be named, I do have this really cute little mystery machine. It's actually a DVD box set, but I thought it went really well with all of my murder mystery books. See what I did there? Because it's a mystery machine and they're murder mysteries. So this shelf actually has my favourite book, which is Mary Burton Before She Dies. So I bought a copy of this when I was going on holiday a few years ago, and I literally read it so fast. For me, I read it in 2 weeks, and a lot of people, I understand, like, can read books in a day, but I read a little bit slower, so 2 weeks for me to finish a book is very impressive. So the fact that I finished this in 2 weeks just showed how hooked I was. I thought it was amazing. The twists, the turns were insane. And then I actually lost my copy, which is really sad, and then Chummy bought me this one, so very, very happy that I now have it back in my possession. However, my mum's doing a massive clear out of her room and she found it in there, so now I've got both of them, but this one is newer, so I'm gonna keep this one on my shelf, then my mum can have that one. Just realised that I didn't actually explain what this book is about. I just said it's amazing. So this is, as I said, a murder mystery, as you can probably tell before she dies and the whole blood in the bath. So this book is basically about a serial killer, and you follow 3 different people. You do follow the serial killer, you follow a lawyer, and you follow the investigator, and each chapter is kind of like from a different perspective of one of those 3 characters. It is quite gory, graphic, so if you don't like stuff like that, then this is definitely not the book for you. But I just found it so interesting. It's got a huge twist at the end, which I did not see coming whatsoever, so I was proper shocked at the end. So if you are looking for a new book to read, then Before She Dies by Mary Burton, I highly recommend. So alongside the murder mystery books, we also have a little pop figure. I can't remember the name of her, but she's from Gossip Girl. And the reason I have that, it was a present from Johnny after we did punk rock. And it was because every time I posted in the punk rock group, I used to finish it saying XOXO Gossip Girl. Don't know why, I just thought I would. And yeah, so that's from Johnny, which I absolutely love. A little owl that was knitted by my grandma. Like, it baffles my mind that grandmas and sort of people who lived in a different kind of generation to us are so good at like crafts and stuff like that. With like, she knitted an owl out of nowhere. Like, it's just crazy, right? But yeah, that's kind of like this shelf all in all, I guess. But yeah, on to the next one. So this next shelf is arguably one of my favourites, and it is a Disney shelf. You could also say that it's kind of creepy because it does look a little bit of like a shrine to Sophie, who's my best friend who we went to Disneyland Florida with. I've got these 3 big photos of her in frames. Not just her, like I'm there too, but they're just some of my really favourite pictures from when we went to Disney in Florida, and we just had the best time. And as you know, I am a massive fan of Disney, so yes, those are those photos. I've also got some little bits and pieces. So for example, I've got like my first visit badge. This is actually very new. He only came the other day, and this is, as you can see, Lumiere, and this was amazing. I got it from eBay for like a tenner, and he's really heavy and very good quality, so why they were getting rid of it so cheap, I don't know. But yeah, really love him. I just thought it was something that you don't really see on everyone's shelf, really, do you? Then I've also got my Minnie Mouse ears. They are also from the same trip, the same one that I'm wearing in the photos. So sad, proper fangirling, I know. Then I've got 2 little pop figures of Alice and Thumper, and then also I keep my wax melt on here just because it's quite a big shelf. Arguably the best kind of place to keep it, so that's why it's on there, and then a couple of other bits and bobs. But yeah, that is my Disney shelf. I am going to show you a book, but I'm going to do some magical editing because it's going to take me a little while to get it out. So the book that I want to show you is this, which I don't have the paper cover back for because it's pretty much the same age as me, if not a year younger. But it's this really beautiful Disney book, and it is the Treasury of Children's Classics. And basically it is so blooming pretty, and it is just so lovely. I don't know how I'm going to show you this, but basically it's got illustrated stories of all little Disney films, but then it's also got some of the behind the scenes stuff from the films. How cool is that? But yeah, it's literally been with me for pretty much my whole entire life. I've not read it in my older age, but it's one of those things that one day, if I have children, God bless their souls, but if I do have kids, then this is one of those things that I really want to like pass down because the quality of it is absolutely amazing. I mean, some of the, this is so awkward to show you, but some of the pictures like this, it's just such a beautiful book, and it's just nice to have. And I like the little silver foiling of Sebastian on there. It's very pretty. So this next shelf is one of my favourites, and that's because it's my Harry Potter shelf. And this little item here is actually the reason why I actually filmed this before Christmas, and I'm refilming it now because I realised that I couldn't post it before Christmas because I bought my friend Josh this, realised that I really liked it and bought myself one, so I couldn't really do anything before Christmas until I'd actually given it him, so that's why this isn't before Christmas. But yeah, so this is really, really cool. I got it from Amazon, and it is basically the Quidditch balls. So you've got the quaffle, you've got the 2 beaters, and you've got the snitch. The only thing I will say, if you are looking on Amazon to see if you want one of these, is that the golden snitch is kind of a bit weird. It's just kind of stuck on the back of the wall, which is a bit odd, but the other ones, they actually come out, which is pretty cool. And then moving along the shelf just a little bit, I have tried to copy Cherry Wallace a little bit, and try to make a little potions kind of section. I've got some really cute little potion bottles. Basically, a lot of them are these little Hogwarts kind of bath things that I got in the Harry Potter advent calendar at Christmas, because they're all really cool different colours, so I've got a few of those. I do have in the back here a bottle of Chambord, but I just thought that the actual bottle does look quite potiony. I do think I need to take this bit off though, just because it kind of ruins the fantasy a little bit. But yeah, I do have that in the back as well, which I think is really cool. I keep my glasses on here because my glasses are quite round anyway, so they do kind of look Harry Potter-esque, so they just sit on the shelf there. I then have the Harry Potter collection of all the books. I went to a Harry Potter convention with Jack, aka Chummy, and we got these little things from the convention. I think they were like £1, and you just dipped in and got yourself a little stone, and basically me and Jack pulled out the same one, which was really cool. But I really like it because it's my little philosopher's stone on my shelf. So that's why that's on there. I just thought it was really cute. Plus it's from a Harry Potter convention, so you know, it kind of works. And then I also have the Elder Wand, which is actually a pen, and that's from the Pensieve little kit that I showed you earlier, and then a couple of owls. But this was just one of those kind of shelves that I was really excited to build up. Obviously it's not very finished yet. I really want to build up and make some really cool potion bottles and things like that and really add to it. But at the moment I'm quite happy with it being like how it is at the moment, and then maybe build it up in the future. But yeah, this is probably one of my favourite shelves. It's my little Harry Potter shelf, and it's just so cute. And last but not least is the top shelf, so that's why I look a little bit small right now. So this actually probably has the most amount of books, but I'm also lying a little bit because this one and this one are actually notebooks. They're not real reading books, but we live, it's fine. So on here I've got some really, really cute little things, and one of them is Cogsworth. So this actually came with Lumiere, so it was £20 for both of them. He does work, but I don't really want a ticking clock all the time in my bedroom, so he just sits up there. I then have Nana and Chip, who are really, really cute, and they were bought for me by Jack as well. I've got a really cute picture that is actually a card, if you get it as a postcard or a birthday card from somewhere, and then you frame it and no one will ever know. I didn't even know. I've had this picture for ages, and I kind of wanted to move it around or something. I ended up taking it out of the frame for whatever reason and found out it was a card. I was like, okay. So the actual books that I have up here, so I've got the Twig trilogy, which is really good. Something that I've never really heard of before. I've never heard anybody really talk about the Twig trilogy, but I really, really enjoyed it. Really easy read. It is kind of like a children's book, really, but I kind of find it as like a children's kind of Lord of the Rings or Hobbit or something, because it's got loads of weird creatures in. lots of goblins and things like that. So if you are trying to find something that's a bit more child friendly or easy to read that's fantasy, then definitely check out the Trig trilogy, and it's really, really cheap on Amazon as well, actually, so good idea to look out for that. And then have the Julie Andrews autobiography, which I've talked about before, and it is still amazing. And then I've got a little bit of Lord of the Rings there. I've got the first two, but not the third one, which is really annoying because I ended up buying the first two with the intention of reading them and then buying the third, but as I've said before, not the biggest reader in the world, and they are very difficult to get through. So yeah, we live, we move, it's all good. And two of the books that I absolutely love is this copy of Roald Dahl Witches. So I basically did props and set for when my friend Verity and Chummy directed this, and yeah, it's just really cute. It's got little messages in, and yeah, so that lives up there. And then the second one is my version of Punk Rock, which is the script that we used when we did that. So two very special books for me, and they also stay up there. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed having a look at my bookshelf and having a bit of a nosy. I definitely enjoyed watching Cherry Wallace and seeing all of the random bits she had, so hopefully you enjoyed watching all of the random bits I have. But let me know what your favourite item was in the comments, because I think that would be really interesting, seeing what people actually liked about it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.